Hello engineers, welcome back. In this video, we're going to look at another lead code question based on strings. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. So this is the question we're going to look at today. It's called longest substring without repeating characters. So let's try to understand the question and then we'll see a solution, right? So given a string s, find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. So if this is the string ABC, ABC, BB, and the answer is ABC with a length of 3 because ABC is a substring without repeating characters. There are only unique characters in this substring. And when we take this substring ABCA, the character A is repeating. So this no longer becomes a substring with repeating character without repeating characters. So this does not qualify. So we need to find a longest substring that has only unique characters. Okay. So let's see how we can approach this. So ABC, ABC, BB, ABC, A, B, C, B, B. So let's say these are our indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whenever we see something like this, right, longest substring, this is similar to our array problem where we saw longest subarray, length of longest subarray or smallest subarray. So this is a classic case of sliding window. We can use two pointers and keep expanding the window, contracting the window as we want, so that we will explore the longest subarray, right? So if you think of a string as an array with characters inside, we can use the same concept for this, and we'll put two pointers. We will start expanding and keep checking if there are any repeating characters. If there are any repeating characters, we will start shrinking. So that will be the uh, logical way of solving it. Let's see. So we will have two pointers. Let's say I and J, and we will use J to expand our window. So J will go forward like this and keep finding non-repeating characters. So J is here. So we will take J forward. And when we take J forward, we will check this window. Now the window size is I to J. We will check if this new character is repeating inside the window. If it is not, we will expand the window. So now we are at C. We will check whether C is inside AB. It's not, so we can expand. Now we have reached A. We can check if A is within ABC. Now this time A is within ABC. So this is where we shrink our window. This is where we take I forward. And we will repeat. We will take J forward. We will check whether B is in BCA. Yes, it is there. So we will shrink the window. We will check again whether B is part of CA. No, it's not. So we can expand it. Now whether C is part of CAB. Yes, it is part of CAB. So we can shrink it. Now we will continue this process until we reach the end. Okay. There are two additional steps that we need to do. When we reach a repeating character, let's say our I was here, right, at the starting position, and J was here. J was here. So this is the first time we encountered a repeating character, which means when we encountered a repeating character, the current window was ABC and the new character was A, which is a repeating character with respect to this window, right? So we have found such a substring that has non-repeating characters. So we will check the length of this. So length of this, and if is this length the maximum in the whole string. So we will call this current length and we will keep track of max length. Initially max length will be 0. If current length is greater than max length, we will update it. So the length of this substring is 3. So we will update max length to 3. And when we find some other string like this, so we have another substring like this, where when J will come here, we will have found another substring without repeating characters. So again, we can check if current length is greater than max length, we will update max length. And finally, we will return the max length. So that will be our approach. Okay. So let's start coding. So we will need two pointers, I equal to 0, j equal to 0, and we will keep track of max length, which will also be 0. Now we said we will use j pointer to keep expanding, I pointer for shrinking. So while j less than s dot size, we can keep expanding. So expanding is not natural, we need to do it conditionally. Only if there are non-repeating or only if there are unique characters, we will expand it. So first we need to check whether in the current window the character exists or not. So we will keep a variable boolean found. Initially we'll call it false. So we will use this to iterate over the window, the small window. We will iterate over it, and then we will check if the character is there or not. If it is there, we will update this to true. So let's start a new loop. We'll call this k. K starts from I to j. We are just iterating over that small window. K equal to I. K goes all the way up to j, k plus plus. Now if s of k equal to s of j, then we found our repeating character. At this time, we will have to shrink the window. So I will become k plus 1. K now has the repeating character, right? So we need to jump beyond k to shrink the window. So here, k started from here, and we are checking whether s of k is equal to s of j. J is here, right? Since these are equal, we need to shrink the window and take I, which was here, to this position. So we are shrinking the window. So after checking through the entire window, if it is not found, if the repeating character is not found, then we can expand our window, right? First case is check the window, and if it is found, we will shrink it. Second case is if nothing is found, then we are happy to expand it. Now, while expanding, we will update the current length. So let's calculate current length. Current length is j minus I plus 1. J minus I is the length of the window plus 1 because we are using zero indexed array. Okay. And we will check max length. Max length equal to max of current length and max length. So when we are here, this is not found, right? Which means we have gone through the entire window and we still haven't found a non-repeating character. No repeating character inside window. This is the case. Check if character is present inside window. That's it. And then finally we can return our max length. Okay, that's run and see. Accepted and accepted. So we have successfully used the concept of sliding window with two pointers to solve this question. So let's discuss time and space complexity. So time complexity is, there are two loops here. First loop is this one, which is traveling across the string. So this will be O of n. And then there is this inner loop, which is traveling across the window. And this window can be as small as 0 and as big as the string itself, right? So the worst case, this will be n. So the overall time complexity will be O of n square. And the space complexity is O of 1. We have not used any additional space. Okay. To improve this time complexity, we can we can increase the space complexity and find a balance in between. So we can use hash maps to, kind of avoid this inner loop. This is a nested loop right now. We can kind of avoid this uh, using a hash map, and we can avoid this inner loop. But since we have not studied hash maps yet, let's not discuss it in this video. When we finish studying hash maps, we'll probably come back and revisit this and optimize this. But for now, since we are practicing strings and how to iterate over strings and manipulate strings, let's keep it till here for now. Okay. So let's stick to our open square solution for now. Okay. So that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, you can definitely ask me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to bookmark the playlist so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Do share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.